railway is trying to inculcate and create a better image of itself and as well as a new India. Better stations, good looking stations, more non-fare box revenue, and better looking trains in terms of more efficient in terms of fuel and internal furniture. In terms of dedicated freight corridors, new dedicated freight corridors and high speed, there could be announcement. The government is still going through the DPRs, etc., making their mind. But that could be at least one of the corridor can be announcement. But electrification is one big elephant which people are not noticing. That there has been paradigm shift and more lines have been electrified. So what happens is when you electrify lines, and now on the other hand you have solar power, etc., which is increasing, the traction efficiency increases, energy efficiency increases, the pollution decreases. So that in any case is on. If we see gas prices coming down, and which is coming down, but if Government of India is comfortable on long term, there could be, because between electrified or electric mobility and diesel, there is also a gas based, because they are pretty clean and as close to as electric. But they need to think through in terms of where to import and how to kind of transfer, and where all gas stations will come on long-term basis. But that will be a call that, okay, electric mobility is future, but how much time we don't know. Till then, gas has to continue if we want to reduce emission and efficiency. If you want world-class services to be delivered to people, overnight trains or to start with, or maybe a little bit more like Rajdhani types, then you need to have private sector, because but the private sector will work for efficiency and enhancement of revenue and profits. You can't bind them from all sides and ask them to bid for the project. And also they are not going to take technology risk and high investment risk in train sets. Knowing railways has not been very friendly towards private sector, knowing that there is no regulator. But even if regulator comes, I think establishing regulators, credibility is going to take time. But it can be a concession kind of thing where the train can be given by railways and private sector operates and collects. The bigger issue here is that the private sector can give inside the train services, but he can't increase the speed, because the path and dispatch is controlled by railways. But and there is no shortcut to that. But within that, I think the services can be improved there. The project is now progressing well. The land acquisition is always a problem. So dedicated freight corridor, instead of 6-7 years, has taken 10 years. It's still progressing. But we have to kind of keep in mind that these are the challenges of a developing economy and so-called democracy. And at the end of the day, overall land acquisition efficiency of NHAI and railway has increased over a period of time. I think there is no denying. How to take it further is an issue and will remain an issue. So, a very large role is played by the minister. And particularly this minister is very keen and pushes a lot of things and works with the department. So we are seeing a lot of initiatives. I hope that they create a lot of multimodal logistic hubs which they have declared. What is happening, if you see in many cities, the so-called goods shed has gone into a deep city, and reaching trucks and ensuring that there is a speed and efficiency is becoming a problem. So we need to think through this problem that will also lead to urban rejuvenation. So that is one thing. Second thing is, I think, how do we really rationalize train operation in long term? This is a political subject. So that average speed goes up. See, you can put a lot of fast trains on the existing trains, but they will not have path to operate. So we need to think through that, and I think government will be working on that hopefully. Because where mail express trains are running at 50, they should run at 75, 80, 100. And passenger trains, so-called, where it stops at most of the stations, should run at 50 ordinarily. So that will increase the efficiency, usage of the track as well as the rolling stock.